If ever I had a video, would you dance in it? Would you dance in it, in it? Oh, sunshine, you are my sunshine. Let it in.
Well, the rant is a quickie this morning. It's from the Runaway coffee shop in Lewis on the station. I'm ready to take off for London. So very quickly, a couple of things I wanted to talk about is the changing face of Lewis, our town, but even the region, because this applies to Wealdon as well, is the rise of hairdressers and nail bars. I can't wait to go and have my nails done. Ooh-wee. I have the Stars and Stripes or something painted on it, the way that Flojo did. Never mind, that's for past people who remember the athletics of the past. Flojo, the American sprinter who always had the Stars and Stripes on her nails before she appeared in the Olympics and so on. Anyway, very quickly, just a couple of points. First of all, the changing nature of towns is something that we should be paying attention to. Now you can't get a meal in Lewis in a hotel dining room in the evening. Yet the pubs are thriving. I went to a pub when I found I couldn't get an evening meal with a friend the other night in a hotel. I went to one of the pubs, the Rights of Man, and it was heaving, and the food is good, and all in all, it was quite a pleasant experience. So I understand why the hotels are losing out, but should they? Shouldn't they be fighting back? Or is it a change that we can't fight? On a Sunday evening, I meet a friend and a colleague and his two sons, and we have lovely chats on a Sunday evening. As a year ago, we had the Brewers Arms all to ourselves on a Sunday evening. Now it's heaving. So there is certainly a change in attitudes and a change in approaches, and I suspect that that's reflecting the change in the town. So it bears thinking about. But what I really wanted to say this morning was that the depot, the cinema complex in the old Harvey's yard, not in Harvey's yard, in the old Harvey's storage house near to the train station, and was turned into a cinema complex, also has some television facilities, particularly editing. And I assume when they say film that they mean video, because film is very expensive. And they are running a series of lessons, if you like, training sessions for people of all ages to take a course and find out how to edit video. Now, some people would say, well, is that really worthwhile? Because television, particularly television news, is a shrinking industry. We're not going to get into it. Why would you need that skill? But video is an increasing industry, and wherever you go, you will find that on websites and so on, industry, business, the retail trade even, is using video more and more and more because we watch on our phones. A few years ago, only a couple of years ago, I bumped into a friend of mine who is a chief cameraman at Reuters. We worked together for a long time, and he held up his iPhone and said, "Keith, we're not using any of this fancy equipment," which was all around us at this exhibition. He said, "We're actually using now our phones and sending people out with just a phone to report the news." So that is the trend, and anybody can do it on the phone, and for a few bob, and mostly free. You can get editing software to download, you can get fancy stuff to do graphics and so on and so forth, all for free. So go and learn how to do these things, because it will be a skill that you can use when you're applying for a job. I know how to edit video, and I think that employers will be more and more looking out for it, because more and more video is proving to be important, both in image building and in sales and marketing. So a good opportunity for young people, and thanks to the De Montfort Residents Association, who have a group to which I'm privileged to belong, for bringing this to the attention of their young readers, and they're urging them and saying, get down there and take advantage of this. So I'm saying the same thing, get down there and take advantage, because it's a skill that you won't regret adopting or becoming proficient at. And that really, in my final word this morning, because I'm running out of time now, is that at long last I think that our masters are beginning to realise that we need people with practical skills. Apprenticeships are just as important, if not more important, in today's world than getting a degree. Getting a degree that is useless and just waving a piece of paper, because there are more people serving behind bars and in coffee shops, worthy profession, but who have got a degree. And why waste 4 years and £9,000 just so that you can serve behind a coffee bar? Apprenticeships, practical skills, it's seeping through at long last to our leaders, sometimes I think, who are thick as two short planks. Anyway, that's my rant for this morning. Lovely to talk to you. See you tomorrow. Toodle pip.